Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the President of the United States prepares to travel to most tornado-damaged areas of western Kentucky, and folks in our region gather at an eastern Kentucky park to make donations in order to help our neighbors in the western part of the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's just before 5 o'clock. I'm Dakota Makris, and it's Tuesday. I just feel like the week should be longer, but I guess it's not. Let's head over to Brandon for a look at that forecast. Brandon, just before the newscast started, I literally just stopped and said, it's Tuesday. And
I think you meant to say shorter there, Dakota.
Did I?
Longer, because you said, I wish the week was longer.
You're right.
You're
right. It was shorter. I don't know English.
It's okay. It's okay. It's early in the morning.
Well, that's why I have you, so.
Yeah, exactly. I got your back. I got your back. But you said that, and I was like, what? Yeah, but no, I know what you meant there. Anyway, yes, forecast today. Cold once again, some patchy frost, some patchy fog, so watch out for both of those. Give yourself time to warm those cars up. And temperatures right now, 20s, 30s, and 40s. So again, wide kind of range this morning. Higher elevations there like Wise and Jackson seeing those 40s this morning. Some upper 30s in Pikeville there at 38, but a lot of 20s across the Cumberland Valley and down into parts of southwest Virginia there. 23 in Jonesville, one of our cooler spots. So normal day to a little extra to max warming. It all depends on where you're at on your coffee meter this morning. But the out-the-door forecast, we're basically going to, again, right around 30 degrees is where we're kind of splitting the middle at there, and we're going to continue to see those temperatures climb. We didn't quite make it to 60 yesterday. We got close, though, and we'll try it again today. We'll see what happens with that. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, the Kentucky death toll from tornadoes during the weekend is now at 74. And is expected to increase. Many in western parts of the state have lost everything. In Mayfield, the downtown business district took a direct hit. Chet Hedrick met a business owner whose place was wiped away.
This pile of rubble that Tom Winter is walking around was once his fitness center in Mayfield.
We started to open it right before COVID hit. Ended up putting the brakes on because of COVID and continued to work on the remodel and plan to launch this spring. And unfortunately, well, Mother Nature's not going to let us do that.
Treadmills, medicine balls thrown around like toys, twisted among sheets of metal.
The amazing power that the tornadoes have, you just don't, everybody thinks about it, but till you actually come and see your own personal property, and and we've moved these treadmills around tons of times, and we know how heavy these things are, and you just come and see wrapped up around just a single pole is amazing.
As significant as the damage is, thankfully, no one was inside. Had the gym been open, it could have been a more devastating loss.
They all have 24-hour access, and had God forbid that we had been open and people had been in here, so it's it's a blessing that we were not open yet.
Businesses around town have suffered similar destruction. Livelihoods from local stores to the industrial district have all been damaged or destroyed. The candle factory flattened with more than 100 people inside. But no matter how small or large, these businesses can recover, and there will come a day when Mayfield's downtown district is open for business again.
We'll start getting the debris moved out and just try to stay positive and work for bigger and better.
Mayfield, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Well, the governor says the number of homes and businesses damaged or destroyed are well above 1,000. That includes the candle factory that was leveled, killing 8 workers. Well, a deadly tornado also devastated Bowling Green. The National Weather Service says an EF3 tornado ripped through town. More than a dozen people were killed. Anyone driving through Bowling Green can see pockets of buildings, cars, and other property destroyed. While other parts are untouched, a number of houses have sides blown off and many roofs are gone. Ornaments and other Christmas decorations litter the front lawns. 2 Warren Central High School students were visiting the lot where their good friend once lived. They say only his car is left behind.
I live here. I live on Stone Hollow, which was 50 feet away from the destruction, which was pretty scary. I was worried. I came out at 3 in the morning to check if it was bad. I saw those 3 houses were in the ditch, destructed. I didn't see this though, but when I came out in the morning, and then I figured out it was really bad, like horrible.
Now, it was confirmed with the Warren County coroner that the mother of the young man with the car left behind died as a result of the tornado. Unfortunately, his story is like others in the area. President Joe Biden is traveling to Kentucky Wednesday to survey damage from the tornadoes and severe storms. The administration has already set up federal disaster centers in some of the hardest hit areas. President Biden says they will be working alongside state and nonprofit organizations. He says they will be as long as it takes to get these areas up and running again.
We talked about how we can accelerate and expand federal assistance to those in desperate need. And you saw, I mean, some of you have been there and you've seen, you've been reporting on television, you know, the devastation, you know, before and after. And this is Mayfield, Kentucky. I mean, it's just devastating. And we've already approved an emergency declaration and a major disaster declaration for Kentucky. I've spoken with the governor several times thus far. And this gives me the tools to provide everything that we can in the from the federal level.
Well, the White House says the Federal Emergency Management Agency has already delivered dozens of generators, 30,000 meals, 90,000 water bottles, 4,500 blankets, and 2,100 cots to families in need. Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Charles Booker joined WYMT anchor Steve Hensley yesterday on Issues and Answers. Among the topics was his trip yesterday to see some of the destruction left behind in western Kentucky. Booker said even though he is not from that part of the state, he views all Kentuckians as family and wanted to show up for them.
I wanted to make sure that my campaign postponed our political activity and started focusing all of our resources, all of our volunteers, all of our fundraising towards relief for our family across western Kentucky.
Now you can watch their conversation on a wide variety of topics over at WYMT.com. Neighbors helping neighbors. That is the attitude we are seeing in eastern Kentucky in the wake of devastating tornadoes in the western part. Yesterday, the Perry County community came together at the Senior Citizens Center at Perry County Park to collect donations for families and first responders. Blankets, shoes, food, water, and baby supplies are just some of the things people had to offer that were loaded into a 53-foot-long semi-truck for the volunteers bringing supplies. Days like this show what Kentuckians are all about.
Our community coming together, you know, because it's what it's about. It's about community. You know, we are all Kentuckians, so we all pull together to help each other out.
Walmart made a large contribution, and the truck was volunteered for the cause. The donations traveled to western Kentucky yesterday. Well, thank you so much for getting your Tuesday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we come back, we mark the one-year anniversary of a big step in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
And the dry trend of weather continues for now, but some big changes are on the way coming toward the end of the week. I'll tell you about them in about 3 minutes.